Being joined now by the Santa Clara Broncos and head coach JR Payne, student athletes Lori Parkinson and Marie Bertholdt. Coach, we'd like to start with you, please, an opening statement on today's game.
Well, I'll just reiterate what I said last time. I'm extremely proud of our team and the way that we played the game. We're down in numbers. We have 7 or 8 players, and everyone that played their heart out again. And, when it came down to playing such a great team, I think our lack of depth hurt us. But I'm really, really proud of our effort, intensity, and the way that we play the basketball game.
Thank you. We'll take questions for Santa Clara from media members. If you have a question, please raise your hand and wait for us to get a microphone to you. Let us know your name and who you're with, please. Start with Steve.
Steve Kerner from the San Francisco Chronicle. For both of you, I know you guys shot the ball pretty well, but there were a lot of shots, particularly in the first half, where you got the ball inside and just couldn't convert. Does that start wearing on you after a while?
I think in every game we're not necessarily making shots. It's obviously frustrating, but we just work to, we've worked on powering up and really going to the basket, so I think we really utilized that in the second half more and just kept going at it.
Yeah, I completely agree with Marie. It does kind of get frustrating when you miss those little bunnies, but the coaching staff kept reiterating that if you guys go up strong, you're gonna get the foul call because when we're aggressive, the refs are helping us out. So yeah, we just kept going hard and kept rebounding.
Go to Jay.
Lori, what was it like for you to face a team from your home state in such a big game?
It was kind of cool just because you always hear about BYU being dominant, and it kind of gives me a little bit more extra to go out there and play hard because it's kind of oh well, I went to Southern Utah and it's they kind of passed up on me, so it just kind of gives me a little bit more fight to play harder.
Other questions for student athletes or Coach Payne? Steve?
Coach, you figure you're WNIT bound?
Oh, yeah, I certainly hope so. I think we played a very tough preseason schedule that our team fared very well in, and this conference is, I think we're up to 8, in the RPI throughout the country, so our conference is very tough. Obviously did pretty well in league. So, yes, certainly we're expecting and hoping to be able to continue to play.
John?
JR, do you see either St. Mary's or USF managing to beat BYU in the title game?
Oh, goodness. This conference is so tough. Truly, it feels like every team has beaten every team at some point in the season. I think St. Mary's, San Francisco, and BYU are the 3 teams, that are playing the best down the stretch. All 3 teams over the past 3 weeks have been really, really strong. So it wouldn't surprise me, it wouldn't surprise me whoever wins any out of those 3.
Let's go to Darnell in the back. Changing seats on me.
This question is for Coach Payne. What did BYU do offensively to kind of solve the zone a little bit, start getting more open shots in the second half?
Well, gosh, if you go down their roster and look at their stat sheet, they have about 8 kids that can shoot the lights out, which against the zone is challenging. And then they also have Purcell on the glass, which makes a big difference. But they're a good team. They're very well coached. They're very experienced backcourt. So no matter what we did, they were sort of able to. It's like a puzzle, right? If we do one thing, they're doing something else. And when you have a really, really experienced backcourt, you're able to do that against a very good defense. And so I think that's what they did, and they were effective with it.
We got time for 1 or 2 more if they're out there. Anything else? Let's go to David in the back, please.
David Gentili, Santa Clara. Marie, this one's for you. Started out in the second half with the press. You got the early and one, kind of gave you guys a jolt in the arm, and there was really a lot of noticeable energy. How do you think the press helped you kind of manage a pretty good BYU attack today?
I think anytime we get up and press, it kind of gives us a natural energy just because the way we play it, we're aggressive and we're trying to get up and get tips and steals, so that kind of just fueled our energy. And then we were pretty effective for a while with that, so we got a couple easy buckets off of that and just let that fuel our game.
Go to Sean, then John, we'll wrap it up.
Lori, early on, you were hitting a lot of stuff inside, really diving into the paint and whatnot. Just what was working for your game in the first half to where you were so successful?
I think just all week we've been saying, or they've been telling me, Lori, when you get it, rip and attack because they can't stop you either. They're going to foul you or you're going to make it. And I have a really good and kind of bad ability of making tough shots sometimes. So I will make a 90% shot, make a 50% shot, but I think just them telling me all week, be aggressive, no one can stop you, and that was just my mindset, catch and rip and go.
John?
Yes, to Marie, do you see either St. Mary's or USF beating BYU. What are your thoughts on the title game?
Oh gosh, I really don't know. I think it'll be a really interesting matchup. I'm excited to watch. I think they're both. St. Mary's is obviously a big team. They're great on the glass. USF is feisty and aggressive, so it'll kind of be a matchup and who kind of shows up tonight. So I really don't know.
Santa Clara, thanks for the time. Good luck in the postseason.
All right, thank you.